All right, amid a roaring economy and the total collapse of the Russia collusion conspiracy theory, Democrats, they're now renewing calls for impeachment. Why? It's all a desperate attempt to derail and destroy Trump's presidency. Let's take a look.
It may well be a time for an impeachment inquiry to begin.
The Judiciary Committee as a whole is for at least an inquiry of impeachment.
It's reached a point where we have to open an impeachment inquiry.
The President of the United States of America needs to be impeached.
We should begin impeachment proceedings against Donald Trump. Not something...
Here now with reaction is the Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman, Senator Lindsey Graham of the great state of South Carolina. Sir, how are you? Good to see you.
Good. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's clear Nancy Pelosi is Speaker in name only. It's clear this is what the media mob and the radical Democrats are doing. No solutions for the American people.
Right.
I don't think, Matt Towery, a great pollster, said to me today, that combination of the Green New Deal and impeachment after 4 separate exonerations, that's not going to work out well politically.
Well, I don't think so. I think Medicare for all means Medicare for nobody. So between their radical agenda and their desire to destroy Trump, you got to remember this. 2 years, Mueller looked at Trump, $25 billion, 40 FBI agents, 19 lawyers, 2,800 subpoenas, and they find no collusion with the Russians. The Democrats will not take Mueller's as the final word. Here's what's going to happen. I don't think you can get the Democratic nomination for president without advocating for the impeachment of Donald Trump. I don't think you're going to be able to survive in the Democratic Party without a primary if you don't call for Trump's impeachment. And here's what I think is going to happen. The public's going to kick the Democrats out of power, and they're going to reelect the president if he stays focused on doing the job for the American people.
There's a lot of talk Mueller doesn't want to come in. You have commented on it. If he wants to come in, you said fine. Well, I know Democrats, that's still their dream, but there are questions I think you and Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows might have that are a little different. When did he know there was no collusion with Russia? Important question. If he had time for taxi medallions and loan applications and everything else, why didn't he investigate the dossier? Why did he only hire Democratic donors? Why did he hire one of his people to happen to be a lawyer for Hillary Clinton's foundation? Why did he hire Andrew Weissman, licensed to lie, in Sidney Powell's book? He once withheld exculpatory evidence, the most atrocious record, Enron accounting and Merrill executives, 9-0, he lost in the Supreme Court. Would you like the answer to those questions? Because I would.
Yeah, but I'd ask him, did you find any collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia? Did President Trump do anything to stop you from doing your job, is what I would ask him. The answer is no. Trump did not collude with the Russians. We know for sure he didn't. We now know that Trump gave 1.4 million documents to the special counsel. Everybody around the president testified for hours. The bottom line is the Democrats want an outcome. The Mueller report didn't give them the outcome they wanted, and they're going to keep going until they get the outcome they want. And here's what's going to happen. If the president will focus on infrastructure, prescription drugs, and keeping the country safe, he's going to win, and Nancy Pelosi and that crowd's going to get kicked out of office.
Well, is there a justifiable reason with that broad mandate that Mueller had? And it was broad. It took him way off course.
Yeah.
How does he then justify the main part of the mandate, which is Russian interference, and ignore the Hillary dirty dossier from Russia?
To be honest with you, Sean, that wasn't his job. His job was to find out, did candidate Trump collude with the Russians? Did our president, when he was running for office, win the election because the Russians helped him and he wanted
their help? Wait a minute, though. But he had the authority to expand out, Senator.
Yeah, but he didn't. That's what Barr's going to do. That's what Horowitz is going to do. You can say this any way you would like, but here's the bottom line. After 2 years of a political rectal exam, nobody's been looked at more than Trump. They found nothing. But the answer for the Democrats is Trump's got to go. They will not beat him at the ballot box. If they try to impeach him, they're going to ensure his reelection. I want the American people to know that Bob Mueller did his job. He looked at Trump every way you could look at Trump, and he found nothing. And this is just political revenge. It's going to blow up in their face, and I can't wait to 2020.
Well said. Senator Graham, we will see you again soon. Thank you so much for being with us.